Welcome to another episode of the Cups and Cakes Vinyl Unveil, and today I have for you Red Hot Gospel's Flamenco right here, brand new, actually not even out yet, and I'm joined by Owen, Kendall, and Jay from Red Hot Gospel. Say hello, guys.
Hey,
everybody.
Hello. So this is your very last record as a band, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And its release date coincides with your very last show as a band.
Yeah, double whammy.
Yeah, it's a coincidence. Right?
It's weird how that maps out.
How are you guys going to get rid of this thing?
Well, we bought less of these ones than we did of the other records we made.
Also, it's better. It looks better, so you should just buy it.
It looks amazing.
It's our best record.
It sells itself, man. Look at it.
Yeah, it's yellow.
And so while we're talking about the look of it, who came up with the artwork concept for it?
I think we all kind of did.
Collectively. Like, it's funny, if you really want to talk about it, like, the concept for the name came from the song No Bueno, which is on the record, and just that bass line which we started with, like, we were like, oh, it sounds like flamenco.
And we were like screwing around with like a flamenco beat at first too, and like it was just sort of, we just called that like the song that for a while because we didn't have a name for it yet as we were writing it, and then we're talking about what to name the record, and that's sort of the thing that we all kind of...
Yeah. We lost the flamenco on the record, but we still kept the name. There's no flamenco on the record. Don't be deceived.
So how long have you guys been sitting on this record waiting to get it out?
Sitting on it as a finished product?
Yeah.
Probably just early December, since we've actually had them in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then when did you decide to make this the official, goodbye to Red Hot Gospel?
I kind of decided that this was a note to leave on for me personally, right about the time when we had actually figured out when we could release it.
Okay.
I just feel like we've been sitting on it, ready to rip it out.
Yeah.
And
And why now? Why is the time right to say goodbye now?
Because we're packing a punch like this, right?
It is a punch, I'll say. I find this to be hands down your guys' best work. It's an incredible record.
Oh, thank you.
So it's a nice one to go out on, that's for sure. Okay, so it's red, hey?
Yeah.
Red Hot Gospel.
Awesome.
Red Hot record.
That is gorgeous. Where'd you guys get this thing pressed?
Clamp Down Pressing in Vancouver.
Yeah.
We just heard. I was seeing posts from my friend Emily, who's in the band Wrong from Vancouver, and they were raving about how great of an experience they had getting their 7-inch pressed at Clamp Down, and I was sort of like, well, let's look into that, I guess.
Yeah.
I think they're in the running for sure.
And Billy Bones at Clamp Down will respond to an email even if he's on vacation.
That's
really?
the most important.
That's a deciding factor. This guy wanted to do the work, know.
If you're like sitting here waiting for something to get done and like the person's just not getting back to you, you're kind of like, you just get angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It sucks. Yeah.
So there was no anger in the process?
Absolutely not. No, the anger's on the songs. But not production-wise. No anger in the production.
Cool. And speaking of the songs, did you guys produce this yourself or have someone else help you with it?
We got Kendall recorded it himself at Budget Cut Studios, which is where we've been jamming for years and years, and so he's gotten really good at recording, just through doing it all the time. And so we decided to record it in-house. The last one was at Riverdale with Rennie Wilson, and before that it was at the Physics Lab with Terry Pahalik, I think.
Yeah, Pahalik, yeah.
And then we were just like, who's going to mix this? And so we...
Yeah, because I wasn't going to mix it. It was too much. Too much for me.
There was a few... names in the hat, right? And then me and Kendall sort of just like, one of us brought it up, but the other one was already thinking about it. Like, what about Cody Blakely at
Sound Extractor?
Sound Extractor, yeah. And so
and
we're
Cody's
like, sure.
also like in tons of really good punk bands throughout the city.
He's in Unbanned Jason, they were awesome. And
the Nielsen's.
And the Nielsen's, yeah.
And we gave him a song.
We gave two other guys a song too, though.
Yeah, we sort of like, kind of pick who's best, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
And Cody came back to us. He was the first one to get back to us too. So it's like we said before.
Another thing,
like,
be productive. Yeah.
And he sends it the song Lowercase. He sends it back, and at first we're like, I don't know what else I would do with this.
Yeah, I don't think we need to change a thing.
Like
it was his first try.
His first draft of it, and it was like, we're like, I feel like it's done. And then we had to listen to it more. We had to try and listen to it to try and pick out something that we would want to change. Right?
Yeah.
And the things
we've never had that problem before.
The first draft is always like, oh, well, this has got to go, and this has got to come up, or this is like, but with him, it was like, well, all I would do really is like maybe just turn the bass up a little. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and
he was great to work with.
We went out of our way to try to like keep it sounding really raw. Like a lot of the stuff is single takes that we recorded off the floor for the bass.
Yeah.
Like the basses of drums and bass, and then Kendall
drums, bass, initial guitar tracks, all live, everything.
Yeah,
and so like we were still going to try to keep that raw element. But Cody brought this really cool kind of like early 2000s Epitaph vibe, where it's like...
That's exactly what he sounds like.
It's produced, but it still has that feeling of a raw punk rock album. It was the exact balance that we needed between those two thoughts. So.
And he approached every song differently.
Yeah.
Like we never got a blanket. Oh, I've got you guys figured out. Here's the rest of the songs. We never got that from Cody. Exactly.
I think we like.
And this is why it says no flowers were heard in the making of this album. That was Cody's suggestion. He was so baffled.
Yeah.
He was so baffled when we. He called. He messaged me one day, and I'm sitting right next to Owen. He's like, "Hey, something wrong with Owen? These vocals sound really funny."
Is he sick?
Is he sick?
He asked me if I was sick, and I'm like, "No, I just I took a mic, took a flower pot, and I held the lyrics on a sheet against the back of the flower pot.
Okay.
I put the mic into the flower pot, and then I screamed into the flower pot. So so I could see the lyrics. I got like the effect that like I had wanted, I guess.
Yeah.
And,
well, you got almost what you wanted. You asked to record it in a tin can, and I outright refused. But I gave you a flower pot.
Or like a full juice can or something.
Yeah.
But the flower pot worked out pretty good, except I just sound really sick on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, there's something with the vocals I can't put my finger on.
Yeah, like he didn't mean like sick as in like, oh, that's sick. You know, like,
no, he meant like, are you ill?
Yeah. Do you have any health problems?
Yeah. But things that are notable about this is Let's Be Sensible is one that Owen wrote on guitar, so he plays guitar. Jay plays drums and I play bass.
Yeah.
And there was another one that was like that as well, but we were kind of like, it didn't belong on the album at the end of the day, but while we were in that setup, we wrote What's Your Name?
Yeah, which is my favorite track on the record.
Yeah. Which, of course, Brett came along and finished for us because we didn't know what to sing to it.
Yeah.
Right? So Brett Klein came along and with a crumpled piece of paper one day and just started screaming for us.
Which is sweet, too, because it's the
Yeah.
first time I've ever played drums on a record, and I've been playing drums for a long time, so that's something I can knock off.
You guys each of you played all the instruments at some point in time, right?
I just play guitar.
Well, no, not pretty much. Not completely, no.
Okay.
Owen's like obviously drums throughout most of the album except for those two tracks mentioned.
okay.
And then vocals whenever and guitars on those two tracks, right?
Yeah.
And so it's just the one switch up that we did.
Yeah.
But we do take turns, obviously, singing, and like even like whoever the songwriter was, like there'd be a fundamental idea, but we all pick it apart and build it together.
Yeah,
so.
right.
Absolutely.
No one like really comes,
And then cut it down to 1 minute.
Yeah.
No one really comes like that's sort of how like our like we've written songs throughout the years is like someone will come with something and they don't like no one really has a finished product when they bring it to like the band.
Not
it's
often.
usually like a riff and like I thought it might go into here and then we just sort of
Work
on it.
Yeah,
or if it's like someone's like this is like we cut a lot of fat off stuff. Like a lot of these songs, like
2 weeks used to be twice as long. Now it's like 48 seconds.
Yeah.
We like it better at 48 seconds.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
2 weeks. Like, no, I came back like after like missing, I don't know, one session, and they're like, yeah, well, like we cut like a full verse of an entire bridge. It was like now it's a chorus, or a chorus, a verse, and a chorus, and that's the song.
The song went from like being 2 minutes long to 43 seconds, and all we did was like, because it was finished being recorded, right?
Yeah.
And so all we did was
cut the first half of the song
just
off.
like move the line up and be like, it starts right here instead. And then like, so then that's just, we just play the end of the song.
And we liked it way better.
Yeah.
And also notable is like Jay. You know, this is the first time Jay's done any recording with us. So, I mean, he started with Fridge Box. He's like, here, guys, here's a song. I'm throwing this on the plate. And even to this day, we all just think it sounds like a Borrachera song. Yeah. We love it. But we love it. But it's a Borrachera song played by Red Hot Gospel. Absolutely. But then throughout jamming with us more, No Bueno came along, which is Jay's baby, and it's
Or lowercase.
it's a Red Hot Gospel song.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Yeah.
So
Yeah, lowercase.
and lowercase as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun coming up with this stuff, because I mean, Kendall and I had worked together for 10 years now, right?
Yeah.
And it's always been, it was in a different band, and so that was like 4 people, but then for Red Hot Gospel, like the majority of the time it was just us
Just
doing
two.
it, and so it was always a 2-piece, so it was really to have another person in there with like a strong opinion about stuff. We learned how to work and play with others.
Nice.
Better.
Nice.
And that's a picture of Owen's son, Louis, obviously.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know
with
that.
beautiful red lipstick on.
Yeah, my wife.
And Devin from Health did the design for us,
Okay,
even
yeah,
though we
like
gave
the
him the
band
concept.
fitness, yeah.
Put it together
Okay,
amazingly well.
Yeah.
My wife took a picture of, because Louis one day just was like, I want makeup on it. And so she's like, okay, gave him a makeover, full makeup, and sent me the picture. I was like, oh, this is awesome. This looks so badass, right? And so we were like, that could be the cover, right?
Yeah.
And my wife's like, well, I don't know, like, because maybe later on in life he'll be embarrassed about him on the cover with makeup on, right? So I edited the photo to like make it just, I don't know, like with like
almost like
But
negative.
the dirty secret's out. He was wearing makeup. I mean, come on.
for sure.
And mastered by Clay Marshall Francis, who obviously I'm going to have to go to again for this or that, because he's got the transparent mastered down. You're not sacrificing your mix when you go to that guy.
Clay is actually the original drummer of Brunch Club before I took over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I knew he did mastering, and he is the type that will like give me a song, I'll do one, and then you can decide whether or not you want to pay me to do the rest, right?
Yeah.
And it was he did it, and it was awesome. And so
Yeah, he did it in a take. We were done. We were like, thank you very much. And Cody was stoked when he heard that too.
Yeah.
I remember Cody. Well, Cody was a member of the band through the mixing of this, right? Like he really took this seriously.
Oh yeah, he was concerned about who was going to be mastering.
He
it, 'cause
wouldn't-
He's like, I don't want somebody screwing up my mix, man. Like,
He honestly didn't mix it until he found out who was going to master it, listened to their stuff, and said, okay, I agree to this now.
Yeah.
True.
Right? Which I respect.
Yeah, definitely.
Clay's a wizard for sure. He plays in a band called Torso now. I think it's a solo project.
Okay.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and he's a music. He's his words. He's like, I suck at playing drums, but I can play bass and write music. Right? when I took over in Brunch Club, he was like, thank you, because he wasn't having fun playing drums. Because he was like, Clay knew how to record music, and so they're like, yeah, you play drums, and he's like, begrudgingly said yes, right? And like was just not happy with his performance and everything. And then when I took over, it wasn't like this, like, oh, you're the new drummer now, eh? He was like, good, thank you.
Yeah.
So the record's coming out March 13th.
Yep.
Same day as the farewell show.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
At
Very
Sewing
ominous.
Machine Factory in Edmonton. And you guys also have some of your old records
Oh, a few, yes.
I have here that you'll have there that night. And you said you got a bit of a fire sale going on?
Yeah.
We do. We got to get this out of the closet sale. If you give us $20 for the new record, because we have to charge $20 for the new record because we just bought it, then you will get both of these records. You'll get a split cassette with Counterfeit Jeans that we did back in 2016. It didn't get released in 2016 though, did it?
Which
No.
Split? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That was,
And then-
originally it was supposed to be on Sometimes, and then unfortunately we
right.
lost Steve. So
Yeah.
Craig was awesome.
Double
and he
Lunch did
stepped
it.
up and
Yeah.
Double Lunch
Craig
put those
Red
out.
Hot.
Both like the Red Hot one and the Borrachera one, which were both supposed to be on Sometimes. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we also have new T-shirts too.
That's right.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
We've got like the design is the back cover of the new record.
Yeah.
And they're available in yellow and black.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Very limited.
Yeah.
I think we
that-
have 24 shirts total.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm going to make sure I scoop one of those up. It'll be
Yeah.
first thing I do when I get in the venue is go and buy one of those shirts.
Yeah.
I'm getting a yellow one for myself because I don't have any yellow
yeah,
T-shirts.
me too.
Yeah. Most of us are lacking a variety of yellow T-shirts. It's true.
It's weird. Yellow's the new
And the
black.
fancy handwriting also is that's Kendall's.
Kendall.
It's
Yes,
not,
that's my penmanship. Yes.
Yeah, it is not some random font.
That is some good penmanship.
Not bad. I wrote flamenco 24 times on a piece of paper and sent him to Devin. He liked that one. Yeah. Yeah.
We went to school at a time when cursive was
Cursive was still a thing.
Still being
taught.
Exactly. Exactly.
a whole class.
Yeah, I can still remember how to write. Exactly. It's amazing.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming in and showing everybody the new record. We're sad that you guys are parting ways, but on to new things, right? So before we leave, maybe let's talk about some of the new projects that some of you guys are working on.
Well, Jay first.
Okay, well, I've got a band called Rose Valley that's going to be releasing our EP, coming out hopefully late spring, early summer. 5-song EP. It's kind of more the alt country bar rock kind of variety. So I do
so
much
different than what we're used to.
much
Oh,
more
yeah.
singing. Yeah, much more singing, less growling.
Less growling.
Similar to like what Owen was saying. It's like playing in both Borrachera and Red Hot. Like I've amassed this kind of back catalog of songs that doesn't really fit in any of the other
Right.
projects. So
Yeah.
it was really necessary as a songwriter and as a player to like maybe return to guitar and try to be a little bit more melodic, and so I'm really looking forward to that and it coming out and seeing where that goes.
Yeah, it's kick-ass, man. It's a good project.
It is good.
I mean, I'm in Rat's Ass. Rat's Ass doesn't live here anymore. Zach has been in Vancouver for 6 months, and Kennedy is moving in less than 2 weeks. But we're still going to be doing stuff.
Okay, right on.
Yeah, we still
I
got
just
tons
found
to
out
do.
Kennedy was moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going away parties next week. So
I'm sitting on some material that I'm still finishing tracking on, and I'm sure that we'll be doing a little mini tour again in the summer. And fall.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
I, like Jay was saying, I write songs because I have songs I wrote on every album.
Yeah.
And I've written more than that, but like some of them they don't fit with like
Yeah.
Red Hot Gospel. So I'm gonna be recording those songs. I'm gonna go, I think, because like they're ready. Like they're just like I've amassed these songs over years that I really like. And I've been talking to Cody, who mastered or mixed the new record, and I might just go to the studio and like I'll play all the instruments.
under the moniker
Awesome.
Bedwetter, right?
Yeah, Bedwetter.
Oh, really? Yeah. This is news to me. I like it.
That's actually
That
like,
up, but
that's actually like
That's a really good
that's
name.
a really
though.
good name.
Yeah,
That's a really good name.
It just might stick now.
I might keep that actually. But yeah, I'm planning on like recording them all and like getting them mixed, mastered, and everything. Like, but just do it in Cody's studio, and then maybe start looking at like putting a band together.
Is Cody under the name Half Stack Studios now?
Yep.
Yeah. I feel we should make sure we
but he
mention
does
that.
work out of Sound Extractor, so if you can't find Half Stack, just go
Yeah.
through Stu and check out Sound Extractor, and you'll get a hold of them there.
Absolutely.
Which also, like, if you're willing to record there, which it's a little more expensive, it is one of the most beautiful spaces I've ever recorded in. Because Borrachera did our first EP there.
It's incredible to me because I remember when walking down there, I walked down 3-4 flights of stairs. I thought I was going to the depths of hell.
It was an old racquetball court.
And
man.
the doors open up and it's like 30-foot ceilings,
No
right?
way.
I'm like,
Yeah,
what's going
like,
on?
It was underneath this, like on the west end, like basically on think it's 87th and 149th. There's this.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, this weird little like shopping apartment thing, or like.
It looks like an insurance place
but
works
yeah,
there.
the basement of it used to be this racquetball center, and they repurposed the entire thing so that there's like separate studio rooms that have like huge ceilings and are super
awesome.
deep. And
It's like a far cry from Riverdale, where like you go down the stairs and it's like this tiny room or this tiny room and this, like, you know, but like it's just like it's so cozy in there. And then, like, even the place we first recorded our record at, that was like
pretty small,
a big bay, but it was
but
like,
it had high ceilings. That's how we got that big
yeah.
drum sound. That's what Terry's known for, is that big drum sound, right? Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me and showing off the new record.
Thanks for having us, man.
Thank you so much for having us, Jeff.
And we wish you all the best with your future projects.